This is the Afternoon Buzz Rewind Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Thrash. Join me for the Afternoon Buzz weekdays from 2 to 7, only on Real Rock Radio, 106.3 The Buzz.
What's your rewind?
You know, band mascots are pretty much a metal thing. There are some that are out there from other genres, but metal has the most by far, and I would say Iron Maiden's Eddie is easily the most identifiable and makes a perfect Halloween mask. And they've had some Halloween masks around forever, and they recently launched 4 new designs inspired by Aces High from Power Slave, also from the cover of The Number, the Beast, the Devil, the Somewhere in Time Eddie, and the Final Frontier Eddie. And they're all really cool, but man, you can't mess with that Peace of Mind Eddie. That's by far my favorite. There's 13 in all. They'll run you $49.99 to $59.99. You can take a look at all the masks on our free app or at 1063thebuzz.com. You know, I will be the first to admit that Pearl Jam lost me after Vitalogy. And even at that, about half of Vitalogy was good in my opinion. Some of the other stuff, it just didn't connect with me. I liked them better when they were more of an arena rock type of band. But I came across an article on Noisey. And this guy says that Pearl Jam hasn't been cool since the early 90s, which I don't know. They're still selling out stadiums, so that is baseless in my opinion. He just basically lines out how they were number 2 to Nirvana. And Nirvana, you know, they took the top spot with Nevermind. 10 only hit number 2 on the charts. Blah, 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 blah. You know, okay, whatever. And he goes on to kind of rip on Eddie Vedder's vocals, which, let's admit it, Eddie's vocals are definitely unique. But to me, that was one of the calling cards of grunge back in the day, his voice. And certainly that style was running to the ground, especially once Scott Stapp came around with Creed. He was certainly taking that to an annoying level. So I can understand him, you know, having a problem with that. But he asks, what if, against all odds, Pearl Jam was actually good? He said, once you let those biases melt away, Pearl Jam's catalog becomes incredibly rewarding. Well, you don't say so. I mean, this thing really drips of pretension. Dude puts together 4 Spotify playlists, one with Pearl Jam as, quote, grunge's classic rock band, another with Pearl Jam as a folk band, another Pearl Jam as a punk rock band, and another one, Pearl Jam as an art rock band. And yes, they have experimented in all kinds of different styles, hence the reason why they kind of got away from me, you know. If I'm looking at this guy's playlist, and for me, by far, my favorite would be Pearl Jam as grunge's classic rock band. But with all that being said, it's not a terrible read. It's long, but it's just kind of one of those things. Some of the stuff the guy says, you're like, okay, were you really paying attention back then, or are you really just trying to get clicks?
Another Nonsense Minute, brought to you by 1063 The Buzz.
The job market sucks. Maybe you should too. Isn't it time to consider a career in porn? Did you know licensed pornographers can make up to $300 an hour? Naked. Plus, with a career in the erotic arts, you can work from home, a nearby park, a bathhouse, or even a van. Great benefits include daycare, medical, dental, and facial. Plus, we offer a generous matching 401ky plan. And the porn industry doesn't discriminate. All ethnicities, body types, disabilities, plushies. So come down to the Summer Porn Jobs Fair. Bring your resume, knee pads, and a can-do attitude.
The cops in Canton, Ohio got several calls on Sunday night about a guy who was driving down the street on only 3 tires. We don't really know what happened to the 4th tire, but it was missing from the left front side of his car where it was just wheel on ground. And by the time the cops tracked him down, his car had totally broken down. He turned out to be a 28-year-old named Joshua Milkovich, and of course he was driving drunk. And I know what you're wondering. Where did he have to go so badly? Well, the answer, Little Caesars to get a pizza. Behold the power of the $5 hot and ready. Well, Jeff Gutt is rip-roaring and raring to go out on tour with STP. Dean DeLeo told the Pulsar Radio that Jeff's 41 years old and in great shape, and said he told him that he would do 300 shows a year. And Dean was like, I don't know about 300, but I would like to do about 70, 80 shows a year. I'd really like to do that. And I mean, I'm only 4 years older than Jeff and probably not in nearly as good a shape as him, but I'm kind of there with Dean. I mean, man, I like sleeping in my own bed at night.
1063 The Buzz presents Nonsense Minute.
I'm a woman now, more or less.
Snip, the new fragrance from Caitlyn Jenner. Snip, for the woman of today, who was a man yesterday. Snip, a fragrance as stunning as you and your daughters and Brody.
Snip.
Snip. It's a fragrance and an aftershave. And lube.
Snip.
Get snipped.
Also try Stash.
Stash.
Caitlyn Jenner's beard concealer. And Tuck. Caitlyn Jenner's duct tape.
Well, I guess we need to start thinking outside the box to come up with better stuff to say in meetings, because I am as guilty as anyone of this. According to a new survey, 72% of us sometimes use annoying cliche phrases at work. Here's some of the ones we say the most. Win-win situation. Guilty of that one. Let's circle back. Guilty of that one, too. Pushing the envelope. Don't think I say that one, really. Throw you under the bus. Well, I mean, come on, man. If somebody throws you under the bus, call them out for it. What are you supposed to do? Heavy lifting, another one. Hammer it out. Think outside the box. Well, I just used that a few seconds ago, so yeah, guilty there. And the most overused cliche, give 110%. I don't know about you. I hate that saying. Not to go all math nerd, but it is freaking impossible to give more than 100%. Kurt Cobain was kind of known for being anti-scene or anti-image, but Ross Halfin, legendary rock photographer, told the Osbournes in a new podcast interview that he cared about how he looked just as much as Nikki Sixx. He said he remembered Motley Crue were a pain in the ass to shoot back in the day because they all wanted their hair done. He said they all made out that they were some sort of street gang punk band, but they still wanted to be preened. He also went after Trent Reznor and Maynard James Keenan, saying, look at Tool, there's another band that make out to be the anti-this, the anti-that. And he said Maynard's difficult because he cares about how he looks and he only wants to be seen a certain way. Same thing with Trent Reznor, who he called Mr. Hardcore Noise. He cares about how he looks. He said it's the bands you least expect that are the absolute worst. I'll give him a pass, though, because my best guess is that everybody that's ever been in a band has cared about how they looked when they were taking a band photo. Just my take.
106.3 The Buzz presents Nonsense Minute.
Ass body spray for the gay man who likes the smell of ass. Ass body spray to repel women and attract men and dogs. Ass body spray for the aroma that says, hey! Ass body spray. When you use ass, even angels will fart.
YouTuber The Taskmaster has released a ton of mashups of Metallica and Megadeth. His latest is a mashup of In My Darkest Hour and For Whom the Bell Tolls. Check out a little bit of Megatalica's The Bell Tolls in My Darkest Hour. Works like a charm, huh? Check out the video at 1063thebuzz.com. Well, it's about to dry up a little bit down in Dallas at about 6 o'clock on Monday evening. The Wichita Falls Police Department's K-9 unit stopped a silver 2017 Toyota RAV4 in the 700 block of Central Freeway for speeding. They could smell marijuana coming from the vehicle, which of course led to a probable cause search. During the search, they found 18.26 pounds of marijuana, 1,560 grams of THC edibles, and $2,305 cash. 23-year-old Christopher Johnson and 22-year-old Dominique Webster, both from Dallas, were arrested and charged with possession of marijuana over 5 pounds and possession of a controlled substance, PG2.
106.3 The Buzz presents Nonsense Minute.
Gah, how am I supposed to check my Facebook with this stupid job?
Is work interfering with your Facebook time?
Yeah.
We can help. We're Welfare.
Ooh, I've heard of that.
That sounds exotic.
Welfare can pay you money to just sit around.
I can check Facebook.
I could get stoned. Plus, the more babies you have, the more money you get.
Yuck. Babies suck. They're fat and drooly. Babies are bad.
But more money.
Yay, babies!
I have cats with human names.
That might work.
Yay, cats with human names!
Yeah, but what about rent?
You can live in an abandoned church.
That's true, though.
We can do crack. What?
Now you get it.
Thank you, welfare.
Can they pay me in crack?
We'll have to check.
Sorry.
That was a lot of fun.
In a new interview with Loudwire, Maynard James Keenan said he thinks just as history goes on, there's always a trend for tragedy taking a front seat. He thinks it's part of human nature, especially as far as age is concerned. He said you start to look back like when you have a kid. You warn them about the corner of the table when they're toddlers and they're about to stumble and hit it. You can see it coming. Sometimes it's justified. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes you have to let them hit their head. We've got the entire interview for you at 1063thebuzz.com. Hey, thanks for checking out the Afternoon Buzz Rewind podcast. Join me, Johnny Thrash, for the Afternoon Buzz weekdays from 2 to 7 on Real Rock Radio, 1063 The Buzz.